Slot machine number 1. This machine is from the 1930s, a time when car radios were first being invented. You could buy 1 ounce of gold for $20, and sliced bread was invented. No, seriously. Nice. Anyway, there are some rules for this video. First, I have to spend the equivalent of $20 on each machine, but we're going to be taking into account inflation during each year in comparison of 2024. And second, win more than we spend, which is probably not going to happen. Cool transition, go! Why did it not work? What am I? The equivalent of $20 is 4 quarters. All it is $1 in today's value, which means we only get to spin this slot machine 4 times. This was a high roller back in the day. So let's see if we can just get anything. It'd be really cool if we could get at least 1 win, because the odds of winning in this machine are about 80%. Hold on, pause. Let me explain this real quick. In every slot machine, there is a return to player, or RTP for short. But how casinos get you is this RTP is based over millions of spins and not every time a player sits down. So yes, you do have a 94% chance to win your money back, but you need to be within the very small window over those millions of spins to get that money back, which is how the casino skews it into their favor. Thought I would explain that real quick. Okay, back to the video. Obviously, with these old machines, the very first thing that you notice is, well, it's all mechanical and there is no electricity anywhere. Also, there's no lights, there's no flashing anything, there's no sounds to it. The only sounds are the mechanical clicks and clanks, which is what made it so satisfying. Back in the day, where you would find these machines would be on like bar counters or just different types of restaurants in that sort of style. Yeah, let's go! Okay, we got a win. That was 2. So equivalently, this would be about $10 today. That's not a big win, but technically, I mean, you put 2 quarters in, you get 2 quarters out, you're down by 1 quarter. Let's just go ahead and spin the very last one just to see if we can get 1 more win, because sometimes you can't get 2 cherries back to back, and we did it! Let's go! That's another 2! So we won back all 4 quarters that we put in. We won 50% of the time, which really isn't all that bad. We got a 100% return on investment. Slot machine number 2. 1935 was still a simple time. The price of gas per gallon was only 16 cents. The average US home cost around $6,000. And we've upgraded from sliced bread to sloppy Joe. Now let's get a little newer by about 5 years. This is a 1935 machine, but it takes nickels instead. So right here is 17 nickels, which is equivalent to $20. So let's see if we have the same amount of luck, if we can get about 17 nickels worth of winnings back with this machine. Generally speaking, the only difference between this machine and the slightly older quarter machine is that this machine has a range of wins that you can get instead of a set amount. If we compare the winnings that you can get from the quarter machine versus the winnings that you can get with the nickel machine, you can tell with the nickel machine, there's that range, and this is why it happened. The manufacturers of these machines realized that the thickness of these quarters or these nickels were changing, because back at that time, this was still silver. And so silver was a lot more malleable and soft, which would make it thinner. Or because the quarters or the nickels were thinner as these machines were being made, sometimes the player wouldn't get the correct amount of coins brought back to him if they won. So for example, you could get a orange win, a triple orange win on the quarter machine, but only get 7 quarters instead of the proper 8, because the thickness of the coins are too big for what the machine was originally made for. So on this machine, to negate that and have that not be a problem anymore, they gave it a range. So, and instead of getting only 8 quarters specifically with a triple orange win, for example, you can now get 9 to 11. And they're going to be a little generous, and sometimes they'll give you 11, or other times it might deposit 9. The only other difference between this machine and the quarter machine is the quarter machine has a bag. Oh, we almost got the jackpot there. We were only missing that second slot. The quarter machine has a bag to catch all the coins, whereas this machine has a box that collects all of the nickels that you deposit into the machine, which then that's what the owner takes as profit. We've got 6 nickels left, which means we have 6 chances to win at a minimum around 15 to 17. All right, that's our first win. Finally. That's only going to give us, I want to say, 3 nickels. Yeah, that time it only gave us 3. So that means out of the 13 that we've already spun, we've gotten 3 back. This machine's already kind of been not very nice to me since I've been playing with it just in the background. And this is proving it that most of the time, it doesn't want to pay out. It's not wanting to give out any more wins, at least for a while. It might give out a pity win here and there, kind of like that. It's gonna give us another 3, but that's about it. This is the last one. 17 nickels into the machine, and we've gotten 6 to show for it. That's it. All we got was 6. So this time we got just around 30% of our winnings back that we initially put in. That's a pretty bad ratio. Slot machine number 3. But before we do that, if you made it this far into the video, you must like slot machines, at least somewhat. So let me introduce you to today's sponsor, Scratchful. Scratchful has a multitude of different online scratchers, Vegas-style slot machines, and even live games. There are also specific games that you can play that build towards huge accumulating jackpots, and if you're lucky, you could win it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh? Which is exactly what happened to me. Got super lucky, and look at what I won. The best part about Scratchful is it's 100% free to play. There are gold coins that you can collect and play for fun, and there are also sweepstake coins that if you like a higher risk but higher reward style of play, you can convert these into real prizes, which is exactly what I did while I was playing blackjack, and I ended up winning 2 hands in a row. First, it was a lucky hit on a 14, which got me a 20, and then I got dealt a 19 and ended up winning that one too. So if this looks fun to you, you should use my link in the description down below, and you can earn an extra 150% of gold coins and sweepstake coins when you sign up. Thank you again, Scratchful, for sponsoring this video, and now back to losing more money in my own machines. 1996 got a little more advanced. The Nintendo 64 was just released, the domain google.com was registered, and the Hiborito sandwich was invented. See, now we're just putting vegetables on sandwiches. Now we're moving up in the world. Now we've got a 1996 machine that also takes quarters, except the biggest difference with this one is you gotta plug it in first. In 1996, 25 cents was about the equivalent of 50 cents in today's value. So I don't have a $10 bill, but I've got a 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert that. Should give us $20 worth of credits. Yep, you got 80 credits there. And now we go ahead and see what happens. So every time that I click that, it's about $1 worth. That was really close. That would have doubled it, which is another thing with these machines. There's a lot different here between the old machine and the new machine, because these are now all credits instead of actual dollar coins. Also, there's a button instead of a lever. There is a lever. Oh man, dude, again, you see? There is a lever that you can pull, but they make it more inconvenient because you have to click the bet 1 credit twice before you can pull the lever. Also, right there, you can see that there are half steps. You can now land in between the reels instead of it landing on a symbol every single time, because if it did land on a symbol every time, we would have had multiple wins here. But we're trying to get really anything for 1. We now have cherries, which have stayed, but now we have bars, which have also stayed, but that was the jackpot symbol. Now we have double bars, triple bars, the 7s make an appearance, and now we've got this thing called a double diamond, which is the symbol that you're looking for if you're trying to get the jackpot. You know, I think I'm gonna go past the spending about $20, but I just want to see 1 win. I want to show you can at least win in this machine. Middle button, I don't know. What? This is another great example why you should set limits on yourself. Thankfully, this is my own machine, so I can take the money back out of it. Oh, hey, there you go. That was a 20 credit win. It normally would be a 10, but because we got the double diamond, how this machine works is it doubles the winning if you get a double diamond and replaces it. So you can win. I think we were just incredibly unlucky. If you've ever wondered how casinos can get the money out of the machines, this is always the part that you never see at the casino. There's this little lever here. Normally these have locks, but those locks have been removed on my machine. And this is what the inside of a machine looks like. This is the cash box, where if you were the machine owner, you just pull this out. This is your box of magic right here. And look at that, the cash would be right there, waiting for you to collect it. And then you just put it right back in like you took it out, make sure that's all nice and set. That's how new modern day machines work. Slot machine number 4. 2024, the year when you can't tell the difference between AI and real life. Fast food is becoming just as expensive as groceries, and now we've got sandwiches that could feed a whole village. Like, just look at that thing. Now we're on our way to an actual casino. I've only ever been to a casino once in my life, which is pretty ironic considering what I do. But I don't know how much I'm gonna get to film inside because I'm pretty sure the rule with casinos is you're not supposed to film on the inside. I'm gonna try my best to film what I can with the machine. I'm gonna find the newest machine there, and we'll see what happens with the $20. This will be the first time that I'm actually putting money into a machine that I can't get back. So that might be part of the thrill of it, I guess. In this moment, there were so many people around me. I felt so awkward filming, and it was in the middle of the casino too, which didn't make it any better. So I apologize that there isn't much commentary, but at the minimum, you can watch me lose my money. I ended up getting a tiny $1 win right here, but other than that, we lost everything pretty quickly. So then afterwards, we headed to the penny slots, because what else are you gonna do with a couple of pennies? A whole nice 1 cent, so I'm just gonna put that in. Credits, and I don't know, we'll do 5 lines, 3 per line, and we'll do 7 lines, spin reels, and wow, we got 5, and then we do it, and yeah. So what did we learn? Slot machines like to play with human psychology. Unless you're really lucky, you probably won't be winning money from slot machines, at least most of the time. And the odds of winning has basically stayed the same. If we can somehow get 2,000 likes, this would turn into my most liked video. And we're almost at 250,000 subscribers. Almost 250,000. We're almost there. So if you're new here, maybe consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, deuces.